Good morning, Mr. Harris. Sir, you were charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
This case on docket, or is it?
No, it's a walk-in.
May I get the cause number?
Yeah, it's 2-5. Go ahead.
And then after I say it, I need to pull it up. It's 254, counsel. 5144.
Thank you so much. On December 27th, 2024, in Harris County, Texas, officers were dispatched to a family disturbance call, and upon arrival, the officers met with the complainant's son, who stated that his parents were fighting. The officer met with the complainant, who was not cooperative, but stated that the defendant choked her, causing pain, and reported pressure of a 7 on a 1 to 10 scale. And then the officer then observed a large bruise on the complainant's arm. The complainant's son stated that the defendant had abused the complainant for a very long time, and that this is not the first time he has choked her.
Mr. Harris, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case and not to be in possession of weapons. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm entering in now what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection. That is a court order that identifies Ms. Pisana as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot stalk, threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior, be in possession of a weapon, or go within 200 feet of the Buffalo Bend Drive address. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you violate this, the state can and probably will file a violation.
Welcome back to Channel, where real courtroom drama meets raw human emotion. Today, we're diving deep into a tense Harris County hearing that exposes the harsh reality of domestic violence cases. Meet Mr. Harris, a man accused of assaulting a family member. On the surface, it sounds like another ordinary bond hearing. But as a judge digs deeper, you'll see a storm brewing between justice, mercy, and personal accountability. Keep your eyes peeled, because this isn't just about a legal ruling. It's a case study in how one wrong move can spiral into life-changing consequences. Watch closely. You're about to see a masterclass in judicial control and emotional tension play out in real time.
Okay,
Can I speak briefly?
please.
The state has had a chance to talk to the complaining witness this morning and on January 2nd, and the complaining witness spoke with officers at the time of the investigation and said that she did not want to press charges, that they had a dispute and that it was not, as talked about by everyone else, she was not saying to anyone that she was choked or anything else. And they spoke with her this morning. She only wants a protective order against violent communications between each other. They've been married for 7 years, together for 19 years. They were together as much as yesterday, Your Honor, and that's not what she's looking for. She's looking for resolution of the case. They have a home together, they live together, raise their children together. Mr. Harris has been employed at the same company doing construction work for the last 20 years. They're fighting a foreclosure on their home. Having him move out to try to find somewhere else to live would make them keeping their home impossible.
My only concern is the violence. And my major concern is the fact that we have here children that are exposed to and see continual violent behavior. You know, when a kid sees that, what happens? You know, that's a huge concern. We have, did the child say that this happened?
Said that it's not the first time.
Well, the son was not present at the incident. I think.
Well, I don't know that.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I mean, all I know is that a child telling an officer, hey, man, you know.
Your son is 18, does not.
Right here, the judge lays the groundwork, establishing probable cause. But don't miss what's really happening beneath the surface. The language might sound procedural, yet every word is layered with consequence. Probable cause means this case officially moves forward, even if the alleged victim backs down later. And in domestic violence cases, that's common. Victims often recant out of fear, loyalty, or financial dependency. The judge's tone makes one thing crystal clear. This isn't about family arguments anymore. It's about state law stepping in where safety's at risk. What would you do if the law told you to stay away from someone you love?
Not live in the residence, came to the residence as they were getting into it. So would not have been there, would not have saw any interaction before. But the facts will lay themselves out, and we'll look to that, Judge. But we are asking the court would consider that.
Guys, what do you say? You heard the facts, right?
Yes, sir.
He wants to have contact.
I just spoke with complainant and she requested no negative contact. I gave her the options of no negative or no contact altogether, and she said no negative.
So you think contact's okay?
I would defer to you, Your Honor, that's what she said, but, no contact, the more restrictive is fine with us.
What scares me is that even, they're going through even a more stressful time. If their house is in foreclosure, it adds upon more stress. So we have these facts that are pretty bad. We've got more of a stressful situation happening now. The last thing I need or want is for anyone to end up on the news because someone does something rash that you can't recover from. The thing is that when you pick up these criminal cases, right, you've dug yourself a hole. You've dug yourself a hole, but the hole is not so deep that you can't get out of. Sometimes people dig themselves such a damn big hole they never get out of.
This moment right here, the protective order, is the turning point. The judge isn't just warning. He's drawing a legal force field. Violate. And you're not looking at a fine. You're looking at jail. It's the state's way of saying, you had your chance. One more move, and we're done negotiating. And when the narrator calls it the capital murder of misdemeanors, that's no exaggeration. Breaking protective order can escalate minor charges into a legal nightmare. It's not about paperwork. It's about survival and respect for judicial authority.
90% of the people that you see in jail, because they don't have any self-control. They get upset, they wig out and do whatever the hell they want to do without thinking, if I do this, what's going to happen? If I say this, what's going to happen? Because when stuff of this nature happens, it affects everyone. It's like a cancer. It radiates everywhere and affects everyone. And with the stressful things that are going on now, it scares me to allow contact because I don't want any further. I don't want anything worse to happen. I don't know. I don't know.
I understand, Judge. Mr. Harris has no criminal history. This is the first allegation. I know we hear in the office report about it happening in the past. We've never had any action with law enforcement in something like this. I don't have any doubts. I've known Mr. Harris and his father for many years now, and I don't expect anything to happen, but you're right. I can't stand before the court and say that. And Mr. Harris can do everything that he can do to ensure he's used coping techniques. We've talked about him since I've been representing him about leaving the scene. It's not in the report, Judge. There's some things that we have to deal with alcoholism within the home that he's trying as a husband to work through with his wife. So there's some things that need to be done, Judge, but he's been responsible.
That's the other thing I was going to say. I don't want you consuming alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, you pick up a new case, I'm going to put you in jail. I'm going to tell you now, I will do everything in my power to protect my community at all costs. I don't care who is in front of me. I don't care what gender, color, or your small farm animal. I don't care. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
The problem is that, and what you need to understand, what is threatening or harassing doesn't matter what you think. I could care less what you think. It is what the other person perceives. So can conduct alone violate this? If I go like this, is that threatening or harassing? It most certainly is. And they can land your butt in jail in a moment's notice.
Here's where the case turns deeply human. The defense tries to show stability. Long marriage, shared home, kids, even foreclosure stress. But the judge zeroes in on the one factor that matters most, the children. When kids witness violence, even once, it changes them forever. Studies show they often grow up normalizing that chaos. The judge's question, what happens when a kid sees that? Hits hard because he's not just thinking about one family. He's thinking about cycles that repeat for generations. Let that sink in. How many homes look calm from the outside, but hide storms like this?
I will allow you to have contact, but no threatening or harassing contact. And I'm telling you now, between now and the next setting, I'm going to test you for drugs and alcohol. And if I find that you're using, I will lock you up. You have to imagine that if you're in jail and the bond is set at 10 to 20,000, if you don't have anyone to pony up that kind of money, you will be stuck like Chuck until this thing's over with. Do you understand?
Sir.
Self-control. We all get upset. I have 4 kids. They drive me up that freaking wall every single day. But if I try to beat them into submission, it only makes things worse. Because hell hath no fury like a scorned woman and a teenager who's out of control. And when they see that type of what's going on, it's okay. They think it's okay. It's not.
Understand.
All right. Okay. So you'll be monitored by trial. No threatening or harassing. He can go back home for now. But if I hear anything else, I'm going to unleash. You understand?
Sir.
Okay.
Your Honor, will we be excused for him to get with pretrial on the pretrial line?
Oh, yeah.
He's a mindset, and I'm hearing no up being sent.
No what?
No more.
No. The MOAP's going to be granted.
Okay.
I'm entering in the order for protection. Everything in that order is stuff that you shouldn't do anyways. The only thing I'm taking off is the residential restriction. Everything else stays. So if you make any threats, they're going to file another case on you. And I'm going to tell you, it's the capital murder of misdemeanors. You pick up a violation of protected order.
When the judge says, "You dug yourself a hole," he's not just speaking metaphorically, he's preaching a lesson. This courtroom isn't therapy, it's reality. And for Mr. Harris, that means every word he speaks from now on could decide his freedom. The judge's tone shifts from calm to cautionary, reminding us that most people behind bars aren't there by accident. They're there because they lost control for 5 seconds too long. This isn't just legal advice. It's life advice. Let me ask you, how many lives have been destroyed because someone refused to walk away? This is where the judge tightens the screws, ordering mandatory drug and alcohol testing. That's not punishment. That's preemptive control. Judges know substance abuse often fuels domestic disputes. So this is both accountability and prevention. His line, "I don't care who you are, I will protect my community," cuts through any bias. It's equal opportunity justice. Notice his body language, firm, unwavering. This isn't anger. It's leadership under pressure. And when he explains that even a gesture can be considered harassment, he's teaching every viewer a critical lesson. Perception matters more than intent in the eyes of the law.
Does he have any criminal history?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I'll set bond at $100. I'll grant you a PR bond. It's the only one you're going to get, though. You understand? Okay, guys.
We stand.
Got it. You got it. Thanks.
Come on up.
Hey! Finally! Mr. Bose,
Good morning, Judge.
it only took 6 years. How are you,
Only?
Mr. Das?
Happy to be here.
We're happy that you finally made it after all that time, you know?
Thank you.
Yeah, so, here, let me let Ramon in. All right. Mr. Das, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and/or a $2,000 fine. I seriously have to commend your lawyer, Mr. Bose, who has just literally stayed with you 1,797 days old, and she has never, ever forgotten. Mr. Bose?
Yes, Judge. Good
yourself
morning.
on the back, really. Just,
Thank you.
you are one and amazing.
Oh, thank you, Judge.
We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On February 13th, 2020, officers were dispatched in regard to a major crash at the exit ramp of Bingle and Pinemont on Northwest Freeway. And the officer made contact with the defendant, who was observed sitting in the driver's seat with the keys in the ignition, with the vehicle still running, and the defendant was covered in vomit. The officer smelled a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage and observed bloodshot eyes and slurred speech.
Finally, the judge gives Harris a sliver of grace, allowing contact but with strict boundaries. Yet, every word is a warning wrapped in mercy. If I hear anything else, I'm going to unleash. That line, it's not courtroom theatrics. It's a final lifeline. This scene captures the duality of justice, compassion mixed with consequence. It's moments like this that define whether defendants change or repeat the cycle. The tension here is almost cinematic, but the stakes are painfully real. One violation and everything collapses.
That they followed the vehicle, and that's whenever they pulled over the vehicle and made contact with the defendant. The officer made contact with the complainant, who who did not see the driver or the car hit them. They just felt the impact, which caused their car to spin out of control. And the officer then conducted standard field sobriety test, HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 5 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The defendant was read the DIC and consented to arrest. The results 0.112 and 0.118.
You said he was in the driver's seat when
He
the
was
cop
observing
came
the
up to
driver's
him.
seat still running and keys in the ignition.
Mr. Doss, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. You are also not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance. Do you understand? Okay, you've got a great lawyer. Listen to her. She'll take care of you. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance so you don't have to waste your time coming to court, but just stay in touch with her. She'll tell you when you need to come back and what to do.
Sure.
Do you see a valid license?
I'm running it right now, Your Honor. It's eligible.
Great. So for now, I'm going to have you sign a receipt with Victoria. We'll have you get with pretrial for your bond conditions, and after that, you're free to go. All right?
Thank you.
Please.
Judge House, March 4th through the 6th.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
No, we need a date. Hold on.
And there you have it. Two contrasting cases, two different lives colliding with the justice system. Mr. Harris walks away with one last warning: self-control or incarceration. Meanwhile, Mr. Doss, charged with DWI, faces a different kind of accountability. One tied to choices made behind the wheel. What unites them both? The judge's unshakable principle: accountability above all. No excuses, no bias, just the law. If you found this case as eye-opening as we did, hit that like button. Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more real courtroom breakdowns, raw reactions, and in-depth analysis every week. Until next time, stay smart, stay safe, and always respect the gavel.